Hi, I'm Sherman Morrison. I am a Wrangler, which means I supervise a group of developmental editors. And this video is about, where's my stuff? I know some writers have trouble figuring out where Quip is putting things. And so this video will shed some light on that. So let me first share my screen. Okay. And let's go to Quip. Hopefully you always use the web browser version of Quip, where you surf into quip.com because the desktop app is horrible and deteriorates over time. So let's go to Quip. All right, so when you come into Quip, over here on the left side, you see this thing called folders. Click on that. Now there's different views of this listing of folders. You'll see that I have it as what's called icon, or no, it's called grid. This is the grid list. You can do a regular list or a small list, but I find the grid most helpful because when I have the view set to grid, then the first folder in my list, and hopefully it's the same for you, will be my private folder. The documents in your private folder can only be viewed and edited and so forth by you. So when you end up with documents in your private folder, your DE can't see them. You can link to it on your content index, but your DE won't be able to access it. They'll click on the link and it'll say, you do not have access. And me as the Wrangler also won't be able to see those docs. So how do you know when you're looking at any given document if it's in your private folder? Well, obviously, first of all, if you click on the private folder here, you know everything that's in here is a private document in your private folder. But what if you're in a document and you're like, where is this document? So I'm just going to go into this simple library sessions doc. Now, up here in the upper left-hand corner, you see the document name, which matches the name down here. Next to the document name, it's blank white, which indicates to me that this is in my private folder because there's no other folder listed here where it's located. So let me open up a new tab and show you what I mean by going to a shared writer folder. And for this example, I'm going to use the lovely Trudy Perkins. And so let's go to Quip. And I want to get into the shared writer folder for Trudy Perkins. So I'm going to click on this magnifying glass over here on the left, which is the search function in Quip. And I'm going to type in Trudy Perkins. And a lot of different things associated with Trudy are going to show up in this list. And I'm going to choose Trudy Perkins Book Creators Summer 2021. That is her shared writer folder. So I click on that, and here I am now in the folder of Trudy Perkins. Okay, so if you're in a document, how do you know where it's at? Well, just like before, I'm going to go into this simple interview questions document. Notice how this is different. Over here, this is the name of the document, interview questions, and next to it, you see where it lives, which is in Trudy Perkins. Now I'm going to click on this other tab back to my private folder. There's no folder or anything listed next to the title of the document up here in this bar. And that means it's in my private folder. But here, this is showing me the document interview questions is in Trudy Perkins. And if you click on this, you get more, and the Trudy Perkins book creators folder is in the author materials folder for the Tuesday 9 p.m. summer 2021 session. So this is just a quick way to see where a document is currently living. So we know the interview questions is in the shared writer folder for Trudy Perkins. Now, let's say, and I'm just going to navigate to the big folder for her particular session. Actually, I'm going to go into the chat room. So let's say you want to grab a template that you need to fill out as part of your work in the coming days. So I'm going to just scroll up in this particular chat room. Oh, look at this. Here's something Trudy wants to grab, and she wants to fill it out. And she wants it to end up in her shared writer folder so her DE and her DE's Wrangler and Professor Custer and everybody else can see it. Now, when you click on the document, you're going to go to where it lives, which is in a bunch of different folders for all the different sessions. This is the Big Ideas doc, and it's something that you're going to need to fill out. But this is the template. And you'll notice that it says it's a locked template. So now what do you do? Well, you want to use this template. So you're going to click on Use Template, but then pay attention to what happens next. When you click on Use Template, what it's going to do is create a copy of the document, and you can tell it where to put that copy. The default is that it's going to create a copy of this document that you can then fill out. The default is that it's going to put it in your private folder. But that's not where you want it, because then your DE can't see it and the DE Wrangler can't see it and nobody can see it except you. You want to share it. So if you click in this box where it says private, you'll notice it's a drop-down thing. So when you click on that, it's going to show all sorts of things. But down at the bottom, you see you can select a folder to send this copy of an unlocked template to. So now select folder, and here you can search for that folder, just like I did before in the search function. So if I type in TRUDI, I start typing in Trudy's name, continuing to use the lovely Trudy Perkins as my example, I can select the shared writer folder for Trudy Perkins. And here you can confirm, save the unlocked template in Trudy Perkins Book Creators Summer 2021. And now it's creating that copy and it's putting you in that copy. So again, where is this document? Look up here. Here's the name of the document that was just copied. And where is it? It is in what's listed next to it, Trudy Perkins Book Creators Summer 2021. So that's how you can make sure that things you're grabbing end up in your shared writer folder and not your private folder. But if I had just clicked on Unlock Template and then clicked OK on the next part of that screen, it would have automatically put it in my private folder. Now, one last thing. Let's go back to my private folder, and let's say I accidentally moved something into my private folder that I want to be in my shared folder. What do I do? Well, here we are back in my private folder, and this handy dandy little library sessions document, nothing next to it up here, so we know it's in my private folder. But I want to put it in Trudy Perkins shared writer folder. How do I do that? You want to move the document. So you click on document, you get the pull down menu here, and notice there's one that says move to folder. And if it were a spreadsheet, it would say move spreadsheet to folder. And we want to move it to another folder. Click on that. Here comes this screen. This is where we can search for the folder we want to move it to, which in this case is Trudy Perkins. Trudy Perkins. And I don't want to put it in her snippets folder. I want it in her main folder, which is Trudy Perkins Book Creators Summer 2021. I highlight that, and then it's going to share it with everybody who has access to that folder. That's a good thing. Click on share. It's thinking. It's moving. Voila. Now it doesn't put you back where you were. It puts you into the document where you've moved it to. How do we know that it's not in my private folder anymore? Because here's the document title, and next to it, it says the folder that it's in, Trudy Perkins, Book Creators Summer 2021. All right, well, I hope that's helpful. And using those functionalities, you can now get everything moved to where it needs to be. And when you're downloading tools and templates, you can unlock them and have them end up in your shared writer folder rather than your private folder. Great, thanks. Have a good day. Bye.